Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be going over today's market recap. I ended up taking no trades today. There were a few trades that did look pretty decent on the lower time frame, but I'm going to be going over why I ended up fading everything today because simply the higher time frame structure was just lacking. Right, so this is 9 o'clock. So coming into the day, overall leaning more bullish again, if anything, because again we're at all-time highs. So it's sort of a case of just being bullish until proven wrong. As we can see, Asia session did end up manipulating lower here and rejecting off of this hourly gap. I think it could have been a 4 hour. No, there's no 4 hours, so it's just this hourly gap below, which Asia rejected nicely off, and then we ended up making a move higher off this, and then we had London session come down and also reject off this order block right here. And then from there, it was kind of just a case of, yeah, clear bullish bias. I'm not going to lie. We had relative equal highs above us as well, which were these highs right here. Almost bang on equal, but as you can see, 8 a.m. Generated relative equal highs with all-time highs. And we were currently rejecting off of this 15-minute bearish for value gap here, and we did technically inverse a 30-minute as well. But overall, if anything, I was only going to be short-term bearish down to London session lows and Asia session lows. If we did want to come down there and then manipulate that area, that would have left us with some good higher time frame structure to then start taking a continuation model or a trade towards the generated liquidity on the way down, or again, yeah, targeting the main DOL being these equal highs and all-time highs. Pretty simple stuff. So coming into market open, I think we ended up, so market ended up opening lower here, and opening up this 5-minute bearish fair value gap here, and then we did end up getting a setup here, which I know a good few people took, but I really wasn't a fan of this. So the plus side of this kind of setup was what? So we have equal lows below us here. So we have decent DOLs lower. We have London session lows, and then we have equal lows down here, and we have a low resistance liquidity leading up to those draws. But the only problem was this was just a pure lack of higher time frame structure and the lack of manipulation on market open. This is going to be an unsponsored 5-minute gap. Why is this 5-minute gap unsponsored? Reason being is because we didn't manipulate into anything. There was no gaps supporting this 5-minute gap. Overall, I do think this trade was pretty good, but again, just higher time frame narrative and the higher time frame structure of this trade was very, very poor, which is the reason why I decided to fade it. And this is going to be the trade right here. So it's on this candle right here was the inversion if you guys ended up taking it. And with this, you would have been targeting a 1-to-1. Oh, well, that's the wrong way. I would have been targeting a 1-to-1 with this, which was what, 31 points ish. So you're basically targeting the equal lows here. So overall, looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean. Really not that bad. We have the 5-minute rejection, but again, this is an unsponsored 5-minute gap. We just left a failure swing, so another failure swing to this really obvious draw in this higher time frame bullish market. And this is an unsponsored 5-minute gap. Very good displacement, good low resistance liquidity. I'm not gonna lie, this trade is like not bad. It's like a beautiful technical setup, and the things that you'd want to see are there. But the main two problems about this trade, and why I'm going to say there was more bad than good, was again due to the failure swing we left. No higher time frame manipulation, no support, no sponsored 5-minute, unsponsored 5-minute gaps are not something that I take trades out of because they just have a low win rate from collecting data and from losing on them a lot of times before. So this trade ends up playing out to break even, I think. So you would have been break even at this internal low, and then this trade ends up getting slammed. And if you did not go break even on this trade, you would have ended up losing this trade. Now, there's a second trade that I was discretionarily looking at, which I kind of liked, but again, the higher time frame narrative was just not there, so I did end up fading it, but I did like this trade. So what ended up happening here, we ended up re-sweeping this low, and we ended up getting an SMT. But again, a lot more bad than good with this setup because there's equal lows at your stop loss, and there's no higher time frame gap to support us going higher. So there's just no higher time frame. As you're getting from the gist already why I ended up fading everything today. And it's pretty clear. There's just no good higher time frame structure, no higher time frame gaps, no good key levels. Pretty easy fade day. Pretty easy just sit on hands day. So we ended up getting this like 2-minute inversion, I think it was, like right here. What I liked about this was the way we respected this 1-minute gap. We failed to deliver off this 2-minute gap without inversing it, and then we got this 1-minute kind of like lower time frame kind of clean continuation model right here. We ended up CISDing and inversing this 1-minute gap and one candle with good displacement. Now I did forward test this, and break even for this would have been at this internal high. And then this trade actually does end up flushing. Oh no, it doesn't. So it ends up getting break even anyway. But I think ES ends up taking this high, so you would have ended up taking your position off like at around here. But either way, this trade again, it just lacked higher time frame narrative, and that's kind of it for today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The rest of the day was kind of just a pump, and no really good trade at all. And then yeah, pretty much just consolidation chop, and that's pretty much it. So pretty simple day, pretty simple fade day. Lack of higher time frame narrative, lack of higher time frame structure, lack of any good key levels to support us going higher, and just poor overall higher time frame narrative coming into today. So it was just kind of an easy fade, easy sit out day for me. If you guys ended up taking anything, leave it in the comments below. And if you guys have any questions about what I just said, please also leave that in the comments below. If you guys want to talk to me personally, you can go to my Instagram, Discord, or TikTok, which will be in the bio of this video, and then we can talk if you want to DM me and ask any questions as well. So yeah, I'm going to be documenting my entire journey to profitability on this YouTube channel so everybody can see what it took for me to become profitable. And I'm excited for the future. And I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. So except for that, I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.